Hello everyone. Never react back to another video. So yeah, I know it's yeah. Hey, I've been very busy. Okay, so in regards to in regards to AI technology, AI voice, AI images, and stuff like that, yeah, almost society is afraid of AI due to that. So I thought, hey, I wonder if there's a video on AI AI that maybe I could react to. And I saw that Kurzgesagt did upload one on it. So yeah, let's see what he has to say about AI and tech. Okay, so the video is called AI. Final. Now, before we start, I want to ask, comment down below if you are afraid or scared of AI technology. Personally, no. I believe AI is beneficial due to our technology. Considering the internet. So no, for the most part, I'm not. Okay, let's 3, 2.
Humans rule Earth without competition, but we're about to create something that may change that. Our last invention, the most powerful tool, weapon, or maybe even entity, artificial superintelligence. This sounds like science fiction, so let's start at the beginning. Intelligence is the ability to learn.
Also, just a quick side note, as cool as technological as I've never really liked its appearance. I just can't. I just can't with the appearance. Yes, the technology is cool and what. I just don't like the way it looks.
Reason, acquire knowledge and skills, and use them to solve problems. Intelligence is power, and we're the species that exploited it the most. So much so that humanity broke the game of nature and took control. But the journey there wasn't straightforward. For most animals, intelligence costs too much energy to be worth it. Still, if we track intelligence in the tree of species over time, we can see lots of diverse forms of intelligence emerge. The earliest brains were in flatworms 500 million years ago. Just a tiny cluster of neurons to handle basic body functions. It took hundreds of millions of years for species to diversify. Life conquered new environments, gained new senses, and had to contend with fierce competition over resources. But in nature, all that matters is survival, and brains are expensive, so for almost all animals, a narrow intelligence fit for a narrow range of tasks was enough. In some environments, animals like birds, octopuses, and mammals evolved more complex neural structures.
Yeah, a lot of people, when they talk about intelligence, they often talk about octopuses, but also crows. They're actually super. There's even video. There's even scientists who have done puzzle, and the crows were able to solve them. So yeah, it's amazing how some animals develop intelligence while others.
For them, it paid off to have more energy-consuming skills like advanced navigation and communication. Until 7 million years ago, the hominins emerged. We don't know why, but their brains grew faster than their relatives. Something was different about their intelligence. Very slowly, it turned from narrow to general, from a screwdriver to a multi-tool, able to think about diverse problems. 2 million years ago, Homo erectus saw the world differently from anyone before, as something to be understood and transformed. They controlled fire, invented tools, and created the first culture. We probably emerged from them around 250,000 years ago with an even larger and more complex brain. It enabled us to work together in large groups and to communicate complex thoughts. We used our intelligence to improve our lives, to ask how things worked and why things are the way they are. With each discovery, we asked more questions and pushed forward, preserving what we learned, outpacing what evolution could do with genes. Knowledge builds on knowledge. Progress was slow at first and then sped up exponentially. Agriculture, writing, medicine, astronomy, or philosophy exploded into the world. 200 years ago, science took off and made us even better at learning about the world and speeding up progress. 35 years ago, the internet age began. Today, we live in a world made to suit our needs, created by us, for us. This is incredibly new. We forget how hard it was to get here, how enormous the steps on the intelligence ladder were, and how long it took to climb them. But
Yeah, honestly, very true. And if I were to suddenly be transported, you know how in anime the guy dies or gets some like society, and personally, have lots of fun or struggle and get a harem. And personally, I would rather not have that happen. As cool as that as a fantasy, still a medieval society. Stuff like human and civil rights non-existent, and I've gotten far too used to the luxury of the modern tech age. Air conditioner, I need that. I hate TV, cell phone, laptop. I want my internet. I want my Wi-Fi. I cannot. It's a sad thing. It's sad, but a true statement that most of today's generation, they cannot be separated from Wi-Fi. It's now become a part of a huge part of our life. Yes. Plus, modern medicine. I get sick quite often. I'm really happy and thankful for modern medicine. So yeah, no thanks to MIDI. So yeah, I'm gonna say no thanks to.
once we did, we became the most powerful animal in the world in a heartbeat. But we may be in the process of changing this. We're building machines that could be better at the very thing that gave us the power to conquer the planet. Humanity's final invention. Artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence, or AI, is software that performs mental tasks with a computer, code that uses silicon instead of neurons to solve problems. In the beginning, AI was very simple. Lines of code on paper, mere proofs of concept to demonstrate how machines could perform mental tasks. Only in the 1960s did we start seeing the first examples of what we would recognize as AI. A chatbot in 1964, a program to sort through molecules in 1965. Slow, specialized systems requiring experts to use them. Their intelligence was extremely narrow, built for a single task inside a controlled environment. The equivalent of flatworms 500 million years ago doing the minimum amount of mental work. Progress in AI research paused several times when researchers lost hope in the technology. But just like changing environments create new niches for life, the world around AI changed. Between 1950 and 2000, computers got 1 billion times faster, while programming became easier and widespread. In 1972, AI could navigate a room. In 1989, it could read handwritten numbers. But it remained a fancy tool, no match for humans. Until in 1997, an AI shocked the world by beating the world champion in chess, proving
I remember learning about this. I was astonished. Like I said before in the earlier, I believe AI I believe it's quite beneficial. I will reveal my reasons for thinking later, maybe.
that we could build machines that could surpass us, but we calmed ourselves because a chessbot is quite stupid. Not a flatworm, but maybe a bee, only able to perform a specialized narrow task. But within this narrow task, it's so good that no human will ever again beat AI at chess. As computers continued to improve, AI became a powerful tool for more and more tasks. In 2004, it drove a robot on Mars. In 2011, it began recommending YouTube videos to you. But this was only possible because humans broke down problems into easy-to-digest chunks that computers could solve quickly. Until we taught AIs to teach themselves. Rise of the self-learning machines. This is
Now here's the part that's scary. What he's
not a technical video, so we're massively oversimplifying here. In a nutshell, the sheer power of supercomputers was combined with the almost endless data collected in the information age to make a new generation of AI. AI experts began drastically improving forms of AI software called neural networks, enormously huge networks of artificial neurons that start out being bad at their tasks. They then used machine learning, which is an umbrella term for many different training techniques and environments that allows algorithms to write their own code and improve themselves. The scary thing is that we don't exactly know how they do it and what happens inside them, just that it works and that what comes out the other end is a new type of AI, a capable black box of code. These new AIs could master.
as scary as it is. I'm not surprised that even experts don't know how this works. Majority of humanity, when it comes to how certain things are made, or we often only care about the results and we barely care about how it's made or how it's. So yeah, I'm not.
Complex skills extremely quickly with much less human help. They were still narrow intelligences, but a huge step up. In 2014, Facebook AI could identify faces with 97% accuracy. In 2016, an AI beat the best humans in the incredibly complex game of Go. In 2018, a self-learning AI learned chess in 4 hours just by playing against itself, and then defeated the best specialized chess bot.
Oh, I actually did not. That's actually super cool. It's like if two chess champions died, but their consciousness put into AI and were fought against each. That's actually.
Since then, machine learning has been applied to reading, image processing, solving tests, and much more. Many of these AIs are already better than humans for whatever narrow task they were trained, but they still remained a simple tool. AI still didn't seem that big of a deal for most people. And then came the chatbot ChatGPT. The work that went into it is massive. It trained on nearly everything written on the internet to learn how to handle language, which it now does better than most people. It can summarize, translate, and help with some maths problems. It's incredibly more broad than any other system just a few years ago, not crushing any single benchmark, but all of them at once. Many large tech companies are spending billions to build powerful competitors. AI is already transforming customer service, banking, healthcare, marketing, copywriting, creative spaces, and more. AI-generated content has already taken hold of social media, YouTube, and news websites. Elections are expected to be inundated by propaganda and misinformation. No one is sure how much good or harm can come from adopting AI everywhere. Change is scary. There will be winners and losers. One of the biggest questions governments and corporations have now is how to manage the transition to an AI-boosted economy. All these potential gains.
Yeah, because AI means automate. For example, self-driving cars. Sure, that's amazing. For people who don't who are too lazy to drive, but for people like bus drivers and taxi drivers, the concept of self-driving cars is a nightmare for rely on that job. Oh yeah, I understandable and understand.
Or risks are just the result of today's AI. ChatGPT's intelligence is a major step up, but it remains narrow. While it can write a great essay in seconds, it doesn't understand what it's writing. But what if the AIs stopped being narrow? General AI. What makes humans different from current AI is our general intelligence. Humans can technically absorb any piece of knowledge and start working on any problem. We're great at many very different skills and tasks, from playing chess to writing or solving science puzzles. Not equally, of course. Some of us are experts in some fields and beginners in others, but we can technically do all of them.
Let's crunch this. Add some bricks, maybe an electronic shop, maybe a lab of some.
In the past, AI was narrow and able to become good at one skill, but was rather bad in all the others. Simply by building faster computers and pouring more money into AI training will get us new, more powerful generations of AI. But what if the next step for AI is to become a general intelligence like us, an AGI? If the AI improvement process continues as it has been, it's not unlikely that AGI could be better in most or even all skills that humans can do. We don't know how to build AGI, how it will work, or what it will be able to do. Since narrow AIs today are capable of mastering one mental task quickly, AGI might be able to do the same with all mental tasks. So even
Why did they draw AI like, you know, the old Ghibli studio movie? What was? Sorry, it's been a few years since. Spirited Away, and you know the ghost with no face. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that.
if it starts out stupid, an AGI might be able to become as smart and capable as a human. While this sounds like science fiction, most AI researchers think this will happen sometime this century, maybe already in a few years. Humanity is not ready for what will happen next, not socially, not economically, not morally. Earlier, we defined intelligence as the ability to learn, reason, acquire knowledge and skills, and use them to solve problems, all things humans excel at. An AGI as intelligent as even an average human would already disrupt modern civilization because they're not bound by the same limitations as we are. Today's AIs like ChatGPT already think and solve the tasks they were made for at least 10 times faster than even very skilled humans. Maybe AGI will be slower, but it may also be faster, maybe much faster. And since AGIs are software, you could copy them endlessly as long as you have enough storage and run them in parallel. There are 8 million scientists in the world. Now imagine an AGI copied 1 million times and put to work. Imagine 1 million scientists working 24/7, thinking 10 times faster than humans without being distracted, only focused on the task they've been given. What if, suddenly, AGI could do all intelligence-based jobs in the world, from interpreting law, to coding, to creating animated YouTube videos, better, faster, and much cheaper than humans? Would whoever controls this AGI suddenly own the economy? And thinking bigger, human progress is our intelligence applied to problems. So what could 1 million AGIs achieve? Solve fundamental questions of science, like dark energy. Invent new technology that gives us limitless energy, fix climate change, cure aging and cancer. But then again, sadly, humans apply their intelligence not just for the benefit of all. What if the AGIs are tasked to guide drones or pull the triggers in war?
Yes, it's a sad thing, but many military, like the US and other countries, they're trying to work on drones that can also autopiloted by AI. That's one way people are scared of it. For me, like I said before, I believe AI will benefit society so long as so long as we use it for the right reasons, and also we when we invent AI, we keep it and follow Asimov's rules of robotics. The rules of robotics is that a robot cannot harm a person or through let a person be harmed, and they also have the right to self-preservation, meaning they have the right to protect themselves from harm, and they cannot harm themselves except in extreme cases where a person may be in danger. So, like I said, they have the right to AIs and robots have the right to protect themselves, but if a person is in danger, the robot or AI must do whatever they can to protect that person. So yeah.
Or to engineer a
As long as we create AI within those guidelines, I believe AI will benefit society.
virus that only kills people with green eyes, or to create the most profitable social media so addictive that people starve in front of their screens. The creation of AGI could reasonably be as big of an event as taming fire or electricity, and give whoever invents it equally as much power. But now let's go one step further. What if the potential of AGI doesn't stop here? Intelligence explosion. Intelligence and knowledge build and accelerate each other, but humans are limited by biology and evolution. Once we evolved the right hardware, our software outpaced evolution by orders of magnitudes, and within a heartbeat, we ruled this planet. But our software basically hasn't changed much since then, which is why we have obesity and destroy the climate for short-term gains. Since AGI is software on a computer, once it's smart enough to do AI research, the rate of AI progress should speed up a lot, and that results in better AI that's better at AI research without much human involvement. It may even be possible that AI could learn how to directly improve itself, in which case some experts fear this feedback loop could be incredibly fast. Maybe just months or years after the first self-improving AGI is switched on. Maybe it would actually take decades. We simply don't know. This is all speculative. But such an intelligence explosion might lead to a true super-intelligent entity. We don't know what such a being would look like, what its motives or goals would be, what would go on in its inner world. We could be as laughably stupid to a superintelligence as squirrels are to us, unable to even comprehend its way of thinking. This hypothetical scenario keeps many people up at night. Humanity is the only
And a lot of people think AI is evil, it's gonna kill us all, blah blah blah. But in reality, AI is not evil. It's following programming. Programming. Evil can only be interpreted based on actions and motivations and also emotion. However, thankfully, AI cannot develop. It is physically impossible for it to do. And one instance of AI being misunderstood as evil is the steering wheel from the movie Wall-E. Remember that movie? I really liked that movie as a kid. And as a kid, I thought, yeah, beat that steering wheel, it's evil. But as I grew older, I realized that, technically speaking, the steering wheel is the good guy. Because I know it's trying to teach us, take care of the earth and what. But in the movie, realistically speaking, the steering wheel is right. It would have been stupid for humanity to go back. And realistically speaking, all of humanity, everyone in that ship, could have died the moment they opened those doors. Because if you remember from the movie, almost everything is dead. There's no more water, there's no more plants. Almost all forms of life, except like cockroaches and gnats, are extinct. The ozone layer is most likely, if not definitely, destroyed. They should have died from all that pollution the moment they opened it. So, yeah, there was definitely no clean air for them. And so, yeah, realistically speaking, trying to fix that would have been impossible. And think of it like, let's say I create an AI to protect humans. I tell it, hey, I want you to protect humanity. Then the AI will go, okay, I shall put all of humanity inside cryogenic sleeping pods, where they shall be protected from disease, physical pain, and shall be kept fed fruit and regularly. Wait a minute, that's not what I meant. you're evil. But remember, like I said, the AI, logically speaking, it's a good idea after all. We would have been shielded from diseases and physical pain. We would be regularly fed and watered, and we would be cleaned. That's the basic necessities of survival. So yeah, it's not evil, it's just following its programming.
The example we have of an animal becoming smarter than all others, and we have not been kind to what we perceive as less intelligent beings. AGI might be the last invention of humanity. It's possible that it could become the most intelligent and therefore most powerful being on Earth. A god in a box that could exercise its power to bring unimaginable wealth and happiness to humans while securing our future. Or it could subvert civilization and bring about our end, with humanity unable to come up with a way to stop it.
If you're a web designer, here are 4 Wix Studio features you gotta know.
We'll look at some of these potential futures in more videos, but for now, let's wrap up. The only thing we know for sure is that today, right now, many of the largest and richest companies in the world are racing to create ever more powerful AIs. Whatever our future is, we are running towards it. Who knows how long we have until we must confront our AI future. Luckily, you still have plenty of time to prepare for it. If you're learning on Brilliant, that is.
Okay, so I'm not going to go into the sponsorship. You can check it out for yourself. But anyway, yeah. I really liked this video. It was really educational. I learned a lot of things. Especially for me, the most surprising thing I learned was how a self-learning AI was able to beat the world's best chessbot AI. So yeah, that was really cool. And now I'd like to point out some of the instances I benefit. You ever if you've been watching international news, there was a blind man. In Japan who plays esports and professional esports, and like I said, but after ChatGPT's new special update, he was able to use it like Alexa or Siri and ask it, "Hi, excuse me, I'm blind. May I press some message trying to get to patient?" And amazingly enough, thanks to ChatGPT, he was able to get there safely. Maybe slower than a person who would be able to see, but still, it's amazing what AI can do if used correctly, the right way, and built within the laws of robotics. Yeah, it's really amazing. I firmly believe that this technology, like I said before, I firmly believe it will, and it is. Yes, some will lose, but hey, that's just how technology and life works. When when streaming services like for example Netflix and Prime Video opened up, stores like Blockbuster went into bankruptcy. But sure, it's sad for the people at Blockbuster, but it's you have so much more convenient stuff like that. Yeah. Change is scary, but for the most part it is the benefit. So yeah. Comment down below what are your thoughts on AI and what you think are the future for AI is in terms of the economy. So yeah. Anyway, that's all I have to say for now. Yeah, if you like this video, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, comment. Link to OG video down below in the descriptions. Facebook page, blah blah. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.